welcome Gemini to your Astro Dice reading for March. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, let's get straight into this. This is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So let's go. Okay, we have some Mercury energy coming in with some Gemini energy. Wow, right in your own area. This is powerful. But we're in Mercury retrograde, and you guys had a great reading for your Mercury retrograde reading. It was all about power and being within your own power. I like it. It's like Mercury's really working with you in this Mercury retrograde, going straight to the 12th house. Wow, empowering, guys. Okay, so getting straight in here, let's get the Mercury card. How you think, communicate, write, and travel, of course. Going straight to Gemini. Energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative, just like yourself. And going straight into that 12th house. The 12th house is this area of your life that's overwhelming you. You yield to the greater cause of power. So I like it. It's almost like you want to give me something that's going to overwhelm me. That's fine. Okay, so I like it. Hidden truths, spiritual insights, endings, private matters as well. Okay, so let's go. I mean, really anchoring. Really anchoring. It's going to feel like you have a very active mind behind the scenes over here, Gemini. Going to have some debates, some realizations, maybe some good information coming towards you. So if you do feel like anything's overwhelming you, it's almost like, I got this. Going straight to the situation. Situations taking place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Let's go. We do have the Judgment card coming out with the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. Deep, deep, deep over here, guys. Going to start off March in a deep internal reckoning energy. Love it. So the Judgment, of course, right off the bat is the awakening, the realization, a call to pretty much evaluate your life. And then, of course, you have the reassessing over here as well with the Seven of Coins, where I can grow things and make things better, which are already overwhelming you. So then you have a little bit of either someone is being unreliable. It could be a earth sign, doesn't have to be, or feeling unstable in your material world. Okay, so I mean, this is really, you know, the realization around your stability. You may be questioning whether something or someone has truly been dependable. There's this kind of deep evaluation happening behind the scenes, and it is causing a little bit of an upsetness, right? It's overwhelming, as the 12th house says, right? It's overwhelming. But this is kind of a silent assessment of, this is where the hard work went into. Can I make my investments here? Will this sustain some kind of results that I want? Because right now everything's really unstable, or this person is very unstable when it comes to money, finances. Maybe my boss is unstable. So I am seeing that, right? So it's kind of questioning your long-term stability, or the way that you're doing your finances, or are they not making you feel stable? Maybe your boss is all over the place, you know, and I mean, he's just up and down and all over, and you don't even know if this company's going in, or, you know, is it staying, or is it going away? You know, maybe it's your own business. Should I stay with it? Should I go? It's not showing me the results that I want. So take what resonates, what doesn't, throw away. You have your own story. But let's go. Mid-month, we do have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's the same character, the same issue here as the King of Pentacles. It's the same person, same issue, with the Five of Coins to the Knight of Swords. Whoa. Driven to succeed, defending the belief system. Okay, so I just feel like you know that there's some kind of fear of loss. knowing that there's some kind of stagnation. It's not progressing by the mid-month. It's not showing up consistently. So, I mean, this is connecting directly to the beginning of that realization with the judgment. And I mean, they're right underneath each other about how unstable this is. And this fear of loss. But yet you feel this kind of ambitious drive that says, I need to get in there. I need to take more action. I need to have more communication. There has to be some kind of maybe confront the situation. That's that Gemini coming in, though. You know, you have all this, there's going to be a lot of talking. I need to have some kind of maybe I need to make a meeting, right? I need to talk to this person. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of communication, fast action coming in. It has to be now before the shit hits the fan. It almost feels like somebody's allowing, like a boss or something is allowing this to go downhill, and you're trying to salvage it for some of you. It doesn't have to be for everyone, but that's really kind of the feeling. Are you really just going to toss this to the wind? Are you really going to just let us lose this way? So I have to confront them about the situation. Something has to be done. We have to reassess. The end of the month, you have the 7, standing your ground for what you believe in. If you know that this is a relationship and they're spending too much money or something, or allowing something to go bad, that could be it as well, guys. This is definitely a challenge over here, feeling like you might even be in some kind of competition. You do have the King of Wands in reverse, and then avoiding as much confrontation as much as possible. I said I wanted to confront the situation, but I didn't say we want to fight about the situation, right? So you're trying to make peace where it almost feels like they're trying to make war. So you go to make this meeting, you go and have this talk with them in the mid-month, and then you're going to have to, whoa. But we have that Mercury retrograde. I said watch for miscommunication. So it almost feels like they don't see it your way. Right? You're breaking your silence, and then they're wanting to be combative. So it's almost like you have to come back to them and make them understand we're here to respect each other's differences. So now they want to come back towards you because they didn't hear you correctly, or there's some kind of litigation going on. But no matter what it is, it's you trying to agree to disagree so that you don't have some kind of conflict, but they're not really seeing it that way. So definitely they're trying to engage in their dominance, trying to take dominance. Okay, so now you're just trying to protect your space without escalating the situation into something that it doesn't need to be to begin with, because it didn't feel like you came in. Yes, you came in abruptly, okay, or they came in abruptly, okay. But I feel it's you. You had to come in. You had to say your say, but they took it the wrong way. So now it's about you standing your ground. You're kind of realizing not every battle deserves public attention. So it's almost like maybe they're trying to bring it public. Maybe they're trying to do this in the public eye. Okay, for some of you. That's not going to be for everybody, but that could definitely be for some of you. And you have a bunch of customers and they're coming out the door, and it could be a coworker as well. However it is, take it how it is. But it does look like whatever's going on, you need to protect yourself within your own clarity, because you know exactly what took place, and you know it was the truth, because the Knight of Swords says it is truth. I wasn't spreading lies. I was telling you the truth. They just didn't want to hear the truth, or they didn't understand exactly where your truth was coming from. I think personally, the way I really see it is they didn't like the truth, because I think they're mismanaging money, mishandling the business, mishandling whatever it is. Okay, they didn't like that. They may have felt that you were attacking them. But that's because of the worry, the fear, But I think it was more like, you need to understand this isn't a facade. This is reality. And I think that that's what that is. I don't believe you came in attacking them at all. I just think that they didn't like your truth. And a lot of people don't, right? A lot of people don't. So I think that's really what it was. I think it's because they know they're in the wrong, but they don't want to admit it, right? Maybe they're too stubborn. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus who's just too stubborn to want to face that truth, right? Beautiful reading, though, guys. Only for the fact, the only reason it's beautiful is because I know for a fact that everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to go hunky dory in the end, right? It's going to have the turnaround that's meant to be, right? I mean, you do have where you have better connections coming through. So I do feel, you know, by April, things may be looking a little bit different for you, but no matter what, you'll have the turnaround in which you're actually looking for. Okay. For some of you, it's going to be definitely walking away from this situation, but the wheel is going to be in your favor. Okay. In the end. Okay. So, okay, guys, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.